At one point, Khaby Lame was impossible to escape. He was locked in with global brands, popping up next to elite athletes, and hitting that now-famous silent pose that turned into a worldwide meme. Even Fortnite stamped him with his own in-game skin. He didn't just go viral, he ran the internet, stacking over 160 million followers, and officially becoming the biggest star on TikTok. But lately, that shine has been fading. The crown doesn't sit as steady as it used to. Month after month, the numbers keep sliding, with hundreds of thousands of followers quietly disappearing. The vibe around his content has shifted too, and not in a good way. People who once couldn't get enough are now sounding bored, critical, and checked out. If this pace keeps up, the era of Khaby's TikTok takeover could be heading toward a real breaking point. Khaby was born in Senegal on March 9, 2000. When he was just 1 year old, his family moved to Italy, landing in a struggling neighborhood on the outskirts of Turin. Life wasn't flashy, and opportunities were tight from the start. Money was always an issue, and stability was never guaranteed.
Sì, buongiorno. Buongiorno, un paio di cazzi. Oggi voglio interrogare.
See, you putting your gun away? He's putting his gun away.
After finishing school, Khaby took a factory job as a CNC machine operator to help keep his household afloat. Then 2020 hit, the pandemic shut everything down, and he was laid off in March. Stuck at home with no job and no clear future, he turned to TikTok almost out of necessity. His early clips were simple, dancing, light comedy, quick skits. They performed decently, pulling in about 4,000 followers during his first month, but something was still holding him back. Khaby only spoke Italian, and that language wall limited how far his content could travel. That's when he flipped the strategy. He started making videos where he didn't say a single word, letting facial expressions do all the talking. That move cracked the algorithm wide open. The real moment came on April 8, 2021, when he reacted to a viral life hack. The clip exploded overnight, clearing 200 million views and more than 32 million likes. From there, he doubled down, posting more reactions and riding that wave straight into internet history. Each of those uploads pulled the same crazy numbers, stacking views non-stop and turning Khaby Lame into an online phenomenon almost overnight. To put it in perspective, he gained over 50 million followers in less than 2 months, a number most creators never touch in their entire career. The growth wasn't just fast, it was unheard of. Every new post was now doing tens of millions of views, sometimes blowing past the 100 million mark. People locked in with his deadpan reactions and that dry, silent humor. But the real cheat code was the silence itself. No language barriers, no translations needed. He spoke to everyone without saying a word, breaking down absurd videos with one look and one gesture. My guy explained everything without opening his mouth. That kind of reach caught the attention of major brands real quick. By August 2021, he was already creating content with Italy's biggest football club, Juventus, and not long after, he signed a multi-year deal with Hugo Boss. On the surface, it looked like a flawless run, viral fame, major deals, and global love. But behind the polished image, cracks started to show. In August 2021, right after he crossed the 100 million follower mark, old clips resurfaced online. Some videos showed him joking about people's appearances, and the reaction was immediate. Viewers weren't feeling it at all. Comments flooded in saying things like, "Body shaming is so disgusting," and "I can't believe I even followed him." Entire accounts dedicated to canceling Khaby began popping up on TikTok. Not everyone turned on him though. Some fans pushed back, arguing that he shouldn't be dragged for jokes made years earlier. The internet was split, and the timing couldn't have been crazier. Charli D'Amelio was still the most followed creator on the platform, but Khaby was closing the gap fast, and it was starting to look like he might pass her sooner than anyone expected. Allegedly, this sparked a wave of backlash from Charli D'Amelio fans who didn't want to see their favorite creator get passed. A lot of that energy turned straight toward Khaby Lame, with people openly rooting for his growth to stall. Some posts even claimed he was being targeted simply because he was getting too close to Charli's spot at the top. Still, the noise didn't stick. The drama faded fast, and the accusations barely slowed down what looked like an unstoppable rise. But not long after, Khaby landed in the middle of a much stranger situation. On October 6, 2021, people noticed something unusual. Followers started dropping him on Instagram after he posted a story saying, "Say no to racism." What caught attention wasn't the message, but the reaction. His next story showed screenshots of followers upset over his anti-racist stance, which left a lot of people confused and uncomfortable. He doubled down with an Instagram post showing himself helping a white person pull a sword from the ground, paired with the quote, "In a racist society, it's not enough to be non-racist. We must be anti-racist."
Of course, the people, they will always found something bad to you. I think it's just part of the life.
That post triggered even more backlash, but once again, the controversy didn't have much impact on his momentum. The numbers kept climbing, and the criticism stayed mostly online. By June 2022, Khaby officially became the most followed creator on TikTok, hitting over 142 million followers. That same year, he earned a spot on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list and won the International Content Creator Award at the Streamy Awards. Those wins opened even more doors, leading to partnerships with major brands like Xbox, Pepsi, and Kellogg's. For years, Khaby held his position at the top, but now that grip is loosening. Since August 2024, his account has been bleeding followers almost every month. The drop isn't subtle either. He's lost around 500,000 followers in just the last 2 months alone, and the decline isn't limited to follower counts. Something deeper seems to be shifting. Lately, most of Khaby Lame's uploads are struggling just to crack 10 million views.
I was posting like 6 or 7 videos a day.
For most creators, that would still be a dream number, but for Khaby, it's a steep fall from the tens and sometimes hundreds of millions he was pulling only a couple years ago. The drop feels even worse when you scroll through his comment sections, because the top comments aren't praise anymore. They're straight negativity. People are saying things like, "It's time to retire," "Unk," and "UNC still dragging it." Even the comments that aren't pure hate sound disappointed. A lot of them are just fans saying how much they miss the old Khaby, the version that felt fresh instead of forced. That raises the real question: what's actually pushing TikTok's biggest star toward irrelevance? One obvious reason is consistency. Back at his peak, Khaby was posting every single day, sometimes more than once a day. Now it's only a handful of uploads each month. When he does post, a lot of them are clearly sponsored, which makes the content feel less organic and more like an ad break. That alone can turn casual viewers away. But the deeper issue goes beyond posting schedules and brand deals. Since the moment Khaby blew up, his content hasn't really evolved. For nearly 4 years, it's been the same reaction format, the same obvious solutions, and the same deadpan facial expression. What once felt clever and universal now feels predictable. That formula used to dominate the algorithm, but repetition catches up eventually. Viewers are tired of seeing the same setup on their For You page over and over again. Some comments don't even hold back anymore, saying things like, "Khaby Lame is extremely overrated, and I don't get what makes his content funny or original." Others go further, claiming all his videos are basically just stealing someone's clip and adding a reaction at the end. When the audience starts feeling like they've seen it all before, the magic fades fast, and right now, that's the exact problem Khaby is facing. A lot of people also feel like he's forcing the formula now, reacting to life hacks that were clearly meant to be jokes from the start. One comment summed it up perfectly, saying, "I liked his intention at the beginning when stupid life hacks were everywhere, but now he's out of ideas and completely missing the point." Others went even harder, claiming 90% of these TikToks are low effort and don't even deserve to be mocked. Instead of exposing nonsense, some viewers feel he's now reacting just to react. That shift helps explain the sudden drop in Khaby Lame's followers. Silent comedy worked early on because it felt fresh and clever, but after years of repeating the same idea with little evolution, the magic started wearing off. He's now stuck in a weird position. He's so big that every post risks boring longtime fans, but switching things up could push away the audience that made him famous in the first place. Honestly, maybe that trade-off is unavoidable. And maybe this decline isn't as bad as it looks at first glance. While his TikTok numbers are slipping, Khaby appears to be aiming way beyond social media. He already made a major TV move by becoming a judge on the 13th season of Italy's Got Talent. Earlier this year, he also walked the red carpet at the Met Gala, standing shoulder to shoulder with some of the biggest names in pop culture. On top of that, he started easing into Hollywood. He even appeared in a cameo role in a Will Smith film, bad boys. Khaby has openly talked about his dream of working in movies for years, and with reports of his own project titled 00 Khaby now in development, that goal might finally be within reach. So even if his TikTok era is slowing down, his story might just be shifting into a completely new lane. Now, I want to hear what you think. Do you believe Khaby's best days are behind him, or is this just the start of something bigger? Drop a comment, hit like, subscribe to the BeyondFame channel, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.